Hey, this is Seth, and in this video I want to talk about the fact that only 22% of Americans think college is worth it now if you have to take out loans. This is amazing. This is incredible. This has taken decades and decades for people to finally wake up en masse and understand the fact that college is not worth it for most people if you take out loans. Now, I always say that to people. I said, look, if you want to waste 4 years of your life studying, esoteric nonsense and partying with your friends, and you live in basically like a big summer camp, and you're not paying for it, or you're paying very little, sure, why not? It's fun. I mean, you're losing 4 years in the workforce that you could be building your career and saving for the future and actually getting real world experience or traveling. But, if you're not paying that much for it, then it's not going to hurt you that much. But of course, student debt is at $2 trillion, indicating that people are not able to pay back these loans and it is damaging them financially. So it's amazing that finally the general public has conceded the fact that if you have to take out loans, it is not going to be worth it unless you major in a very few topics, such as engineering. Engineering is still like the highest earning major. It's the only thing that honestly I think anybody should go to school for, except maybe accounting, and if you want to go on to be a doctor or a lawyer. It's like 5% of the population. Everyone else is majoring in the humanities and history and psychology and just wasting their time and money, and it's really encouraging to see that the general population understands this. So I just want to jump in here and just point out that all of the information people are getting about college leading to higher earnings is propaganda. It is not scientifically accurate information or data. You'll see the financial arguments in favor of going to college remain strong because bachelor degree holders tend to earn higher salaries. That is not because they went to college. For instance, I majored in film production and went to NYU in 1999. I learned nothing, graduated in debt, and struggled financially for 15 years. Then I found digital marketing, and totally unrelated to college, I started earning more money. Now, the data would have you indicate, well, because I went to college 15 years ago or 20 years ago, now that's why I'm earning more money. No, it's because bright, driven people are pressured to go to college, and then, in spite of college, a lot of them go on to make more money than the people who don't go to college. Now, this is changing because more and more young people are skipping college and going on to make more money. But this statistic right here, where it looks like the more education you get, the more money you will make, is so misleading. And we're seeing it reflected in the marketplace for the very first time. Colleges are closing at a rate of 1 a week, which is fantastic. Now, I mean, it's sad in a certain sense, but I'm happy about it because the educational industry has been removed from any accountability for so long. It's like they've been selling this overpriced product that's ruining young people's financial lives. And yet, every year, there's more and more students that are willing to pay these crazy prices and take out loans. Finally, it seems like people are wising up and understanding that it's not worth going into debt to get this worthless degree, and it's happening more and more often. So I think that's very exciting. This was big news. I think the article here is on CNBC. Pretty soon that number will be even higher. I think only maybe 10% of the population, and then eventually more and more of these schools will start closing, and these colleges will have to start responding to the marketplace demands by either lowering tuition or doing something. They have to do something. And more people that skip college are discovering that they didn't miss out on anything. They didn't miss anything by not going to college. They actually get their life started faster, like my students in digital marketing, like Keyshawn, who I'm about to interview, who's 22 years old and already making 6 figures in digital marketing. You see me interview Karen, who also skipped college and is well into 6 figures in her mid-20s. If you're smart and you're driven and you don't waste those 4 years learning nonsense and you get marketable skills and you start getting experience, you will leapfrog past all the people in college without the absolute misery that is student loan debt. So I think this is really fantastic. I think that the culture is shifting a little. It's pretty slow, slowly but surely. And it always, it warms my heart and gives me a lot of hope for the future when I hear more and more people contacting me, young people saying, hey, college isn't worth it. I know it's not worth it. And that's just for these young people and the public to understand the debt is the thing. If you just understand that starting out at 20 years old with $70,000 in debt is a terrible idea, and we're finally getting some common sense around this, that is very encouraging to me and very exciting. There's nothing more difficult than to see a person who's in their early 20s, has never had a job, and now has to not only find a job, support themselves, pay rent, but they have these debt loads that used to be, I mean, the only way you could owe $70,000 was if you were a degenerate gambler. That's the only way any person could owe that much money. But now you have these nice, smart, young college graduates who have been lied to by their family and by the culture, who have taken on this debt and are just on this uphill battle, you know, struggling every month to pay their bills and just support themselves and be adults. So the more that we see reports like this, the more hope I have, because it means that fewer and fewer of these students are going to be taking out that debt, taking on that burden. They'll start their lives out a lot cleaner, more powerfully, and have ultimately better lives and contribute more to the economy. You know, we lose so much in the economy when people are putting all this money into paying off the student debt, and also 4 years in school. You're spending these 4 years in school, you're not contributing to the economy because you're not working, you're just building up debt for 4 years. So this is a really good indication. I was very happy to see this news article, and again, it gives me hope for the future. What do you guys think? Do you think this is good news? Do you think it is bad news? Do you agree with me or not? I'd love to know your thoughts. Please leave comments or questions below this video, and I'll see you in the next video.